presented in terms of the issues and.
Well, let me just ask you, do you think that a male prisoner convicted in a court of law on a final judgment should be allowed to claim that he is transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison?
Senator, as discussed earlier, the issue of assignment in facilities and such is one which is being actively litigated in California and may become before me. If I were to be
now all of a
confirmed,
sudden you can't answer it. You answered it in your law review article.
Senator,
you were for it.
What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into an absolutely fascinating exchange from Capitol Hill that just happened between Senator John Kennedy and a judicial nominee. This hearing got pretty intense, and it reveals a lot about how our confirmation process works. Before we jump in, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our political analysis. So here's the deal. At the center of this hearing was a 2010 article about California prisons. The nominee wrote this piece titled, "An Overview of Special Populations in California Prisons." Now, this might sound dry, but trust me, it led to some serious fireworks in the hearing room. The real tension started when Senator Kennedy began questioning the nominee about what she wrote in this article. The big issue? It discussed how prisoners should be classified, whether by biological attributes or gender identity. The nominee kept insisting this was just her summarizing a symposium panel she moderated, but Senator Kennedy wasn't buying it. Hey, if you're finding this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We break down complex political moments like this all the time. Things got even spicier when Kennedy brought up the nominee's connection to the Georgetown Journal of Gender and Sexuality. Apparently, she was a founding member, and Kennedy had done his homework. He started pulling out articles from the journal about LGBT rights and gender as a social construct, trying to establish a pattern. Throughout the entire exchange, we saw this fascinating dance between Kennedy and the nominee. He kept pushing for her to admit these were her personal views, while she consistently maintained she was just summarizing other people's perspectives. It was like watching a legal chess match. Just when things were getting really heated, Senator Durbin, the committee chair, had to step in. This is pretty typical in these hearings when things start getting too intense. But what's really interesting is what this whole exchange tells us about the confirmation process and how past writings can come back to play a major role.
A summary of the opinions of people that you moderated?
I moderated a panel. There were 3 panelists about those different topics. That's what was represented in terms of the issues and.
Well, let me just ask you, do you think that a male prisoner convicted in a court of law on a final judgment should be allowed to claim that he is transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison?
Senator, as discussed earlier, the issue of assignment in facilities and such is one which is being actively litigated in California and may become before me. If I were to be
now all of
confirmed,
a sudden you can't answer it. You answered it in your law review article.
Senator,
you were for it. But now you can't answer it? Is that your testimony?
My testimony is that was an article from over 13 years ago, and that as a judge now, and as I have been for nearly the last 5 years, my responsibilities are to fully, faithfully, and
the truth is, you believe that a male prisoner should be able to allow at the sentencing phase to claim that he is transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison. Now, you believe that, don't you?
Senator.
You wrote it.
Again, that was a piece which summarized and came out of a symposium edition about the California prison crisis generally.
You found it at Georgetown, the Georgetown Journal of Gender and Sexuality Law Journal, did you not?
At Georgetown, I was one of the founding members. I didn't. Of the.
Did you found it? Did you help found it?
I was one of the initial founding group members.
All right. And one of the first articles was entitled, that you picked was entitled, quote, "The Politics of Eradication and Future of LGBT Rights." And in that article, you accused Republicans, or the article you chose, accused Republicans of being influenced by, quote, a desire to eradicate LGBT identities. Is that accurate?
Senator, I was an articles editor in the first edition.
You don't remember
was
that
never-
article?
I do not recall. I do not know whether or not I edited that.
Okay, well, here's
article.
another article you picked. Quote, here's the title of the article that you picked for your journal. Gender is fake. The ongoing need for an equal rights amendment. And the article says, quote, the need for the ERA is more pressing now than ever, given modern conceptions of gender as a social construct. Did I read that right?
Senator, I don't, as I said, I was an articles editor who
Look,
edited. a
Senator
couple
Durbin may
articles.
save you here, but I don't think you've been honest with this committee, because I've read your writings. And I'd respect you a lot more if you stepped up to the plate and said, this is what I believe.
That's it for today's breakdown, everyone. Let me know in the comments what you think about this exchange. Was Kennedy too harsh, or was he just doing his job? Don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe if you want more political analysis like this. And hey, hit that bell icon too. You won't want to miss our next video. Until then, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.